Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
Well, we've got Jaguar news. That is par for the course this time of year. We'll get to right here at the top of the show. We've got Major League Baseball afternoon action. We'll get to those scores and what some of those mean for different teams in and around the league chasing divisions and chasing wild cards. We've got Dr. Aaron Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. He should join us about 5 o'clock. A couple of injuries to discuss with the good doctor from Southeast Orthopedic. We appreciate his time every Wednesday here on the program. We should have Brent Beaird kicking around some college football news and notes, including, the hell is Auburn thinking? I mean, are they just trying to get made fun of? Come on, Auburn. If you don't know what's going on, we'll clue you in as we go. Brent Beaird will have a bunch of college football news and notes as well. We got some sports history, just a lot of fun stuff here on the program. Hope to hear from Patrick Young as we rock and roll. I'm not sure if Pat's got a speaking engagement or an activity. We'll kind of keep it open and hope Mr. Patrick Young jumps on. But if not, we will continue and cruise through a Wednesday edition of the program. Casey Kurtz, still hot outside, my man. What are you going to do about that, man? Isn't it time? Isn't it time, Casey?
I mean, it's gotten better.
You know it has, right? Right? It's not as oppressively just hard to breathe out there, isn't it? You can feel it going the right way, can't you?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
You really can. What was it? Well, that 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had that like 2.5, 3 week run. That humidity was just ungodly. And I've lived here my whole life, basically. It was.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning. What the heck happened that week?
Yeah, what was that, man? It was like somebody left the oven on and just went on vacation.
Yeah, it was different.
It was a mess. Hey, real quick, Jaguars make a roster move, and I don't think this is as bad for this player as it might read. In case you want to get your thoughts, Jaguars waive Joshua Cephas, wide receiver, and they call it an injury waiving. I think, and help me out here if I'm onto something. I think they like him. I think he's been around a little bit. They like him. He made a couple plays, right? He's made a couple catches here in the preseason. I think they like him. I think this is a situation where he's banged up a little bit, and they know he's not going to be healthy to be taking a roster spot. And they also know, Casey, I think nobody's going to grab him right now. Right? Nobody's going to swoop in, no other team.
I would agree.
It's not like he is a guy that was the number 4 receiver and he had a 32-catch season, right?
Right.
Do you agree? I think they like him. The guys I've talked to that hang around the team and practice, I think they like this guy.
Yeah, I think that's the thought, but obviously the injury, whatever that's called, what they released him with, plays a role. And listen, Trenton Irwin is a guy who has played with Cincinnati and, like you kind of just described, has been a 4th wide receiver.
Yeah.
So you would think that guy's probably the one making the team to go along with, BTJ and Travis and Parker.
And I don't think, am I right? I don't think they're worried that some team's going to swoop in and grab Cephas. I think they think Cephas will be here, get through his injury. And, does he go on the practice squad maybe?
Yeah. Usually not a mad dash for hurt guys.
Yeah, and that don't really have any numbers.
Correct.
But I think they like him. I don't think this is a terrible, terrible thing for the Jags, or it's not like they lost a cog in the wheel, or for Cephas for that matter. And we'll see. We'll see. Not a big name, but we'll track it. I got a thought here. I'm trying to decide where I officially lean. Obviously, something's going on with Travis Hunter. Upper body injury. They've held him out. He hasn't done a whole lot lately. Casey, tomorrow is the inner scrimmage, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. What do they call that thing? Just scrimmage. Yeah,
just a practice.
Yeah, practice scrimmage with the Dolphins down there. And then both teams, I don't know if anybody will work out on Friday. They may have a little light walkthrough, and then they'll have a sort of a game. They'll have kind of a dress rehearsal. What do you call it? That more than a game. Mm-hmm. With that said, if the Jaguars think that they, going into game one, and week one's not that far away now. Not that far away. If they decide the Jaguars, well, we kind of need to run Hunter around a little bit, would it be safer to run him around if you're only going to do one day, either Thursday practice, inter practice with the Dolphins, or Saturday? I think it'd be safer to run him around on Thursday or Saturday.
Thursday.
I'm with you. Do you have a reason? I've got a theory.
You can control it a little better.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Don't you look at a guy like Hunter, and if you're the Jack, well said. We're on the same wavelength. I think Thursday, these two coaching staffs will get together, and they'll map out a practice together. Mm-hmm. Blow the whistle here, and this field. I think it's a lot safer, and you control, okay, we're not going to the ground. We're thudding. We're not going all the way tackling. And I think it might be safer to have Hunter run around Thursday against the Dolphins starters as opposed to have him run around Saturday. And you may have some vigilante guy, I'm going to make the team. I'm going to knock the snot out of somebody.
Sure.
And that might be Travis Hunter.
Yeah, I agree.
Is that where you were going?
Yeah, I mean, you can,
control
I agree fully. People are going to be trying to make the team during the game, and you can't really control that.
Yeah.
But also, if there's a play or a situation is happening and Travis Hunter isn't feeling it, he can full stop.
Sure.
And nobody will care.
Yeah,
where in a game, if he just stops running.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What is that, an Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
You're pulling an Anthony Richardson out there. But no, I think you hit it where I was going to try to hit it as well, is, a lot more control. And does he need to run around and break a sweat either Thursday or Saturday? Probably. It can't hurt. And then, you got 2 weeks. But, man, I might run him around tomorrow. Very controlled. Very controlled. I know the Dolphins, if it's 7-on-7 and he's on offense, I know the Dolphins know we're not tackling here. Mm-hmm. This is your starting shell 7. Your guys aren't trying to play hero ball.
Right.
And then when he's playing on the other side of the ball, kind of the same thing. Speaking of AR, what do you help me out? Anthony Richardson, his agent comes out and says, now that it's been announced that at least early in the season, I guess, Daniel Jones is going to be the starter for the Colts. He's beaten out Anthony Richardson. Well, I get his agent. His agent's standing up for his guy. But his agent has basically said, now we feel the Anthony Richardson camp, we don't know if we have any more trust with the team. The trust factor is questionable. Well, Casey, am I missing something? They didn't make that decision just because they didn't like Anthony Richardson. They made that decision on the eyeball test, right?
Yeah, I mean, by that being the comment, I would probably guess that there was some sort of
verbal
when they signed Daniel Jones. Probably, yeah, he's going to be the backup. Anthony's still going to be our guy.
Verbal, yeah.
That's kind of where I go when I hear that comment. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not like they did it for any reason other than play, which is crazy enough.
But if your theory there is correct, and it probably is, doesn't that mean Richardson must have looked way worse than Jones?
I would say.
Right? Yeah.
I would say.
But that does sound like, 6, because, Jones has only been around that camp and, that organization for 6 months.
Correct. Yeah.
Did he get cut? We were talking. Did he get cut during the season?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought he got...
he got cut during the season and went to... I want to say Minnesota and never played and sat on their practice squad, I think is where he went. But, yeah.
Yeah, who were we talking? I was talking with somebody else. Patrick, I guess. I think he got cut actually in season last year. And that's very rare, right?
That is surprising.
Get cut.
Well, I mean, he was their starting quarterback.
Yeah, and he's lugging around a decent contract and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. But, yeah, it's an ugly situation. And I don't know Anthony Richardson. His mental capacity is going to be tested a little bit now too, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean, and does he want it? And there's a very good chance. And I'm in this camp. I just don't think he's that good of a player.
It's possible.
You hear people say should have stayed at Florida, got more reps. I also hear people. I don't understand this one with Anthony Richardson. I hear read people that talk about his injury history. And see if he'd have stayed at Florida. I don't think that has anything to do with the injury history. He did another year in Gainesville. He wouldn't have, if he stayed another year in Gainesville, he wouldn't have tweaked his ankle in Indianapolis. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's obviously goofy. But
do you think he is I don't think Anthony Richardson at this point. I don't think he's, man. If he can just get 100 more snaps and read a defense 100 more times, right? I think he is what he is.
I lean towards that as well. But I do think there's an argument for that. I mean, it's probably not going to be in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get this tweet here that we were talking about a little earlier.
Well, while you're getting it, I read something today, and we just saw a horrible quarterback play with the Saints, and some guys were on social saying, "Hey, man, trade him to the Saints," and somebody goes, "Well, why would the Saints want him? They've seen him,
Yeah.
Fourth overall pick.
Yeah. So, and this is what we were talking about. So this is from Sam Block, who works at ESPN.
Okay.
And there it is right there. Anthony Richardson, younger than Shedeur Sanders, Carson Beck, Dylan Gabriel, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, and the Colts have pretty much given up on him.
Yeah.
So, I do think if you're in that camp, there still may be a lot you could discover with Anthony Richardson. There may not be.
Yeah.
But the point is, he's still a young football player.
So, can you tell, maybe this is Terry, but is Sam Block trying to say, give him a little more time with that?
Yes.
Yeah. And, the counter argument to that is, athletic prowess sometimes is not tied to chronological age.
Sure.
And I've talked about this before a lot on shows. There's not a machine that you put an athlete's finger in, prick his finger, run a blood test, and say, okay, this guy is 18 years old. He is as good as he's ever going to get. Mm-hmm. Some guys continue to get better, and they peak at 23, 24. Some guys literally are as good as they're ever going to get at 18 or 19.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we're all humans. That's the risk we take. But he did. He was a fourth pick overall, so he's got money in the bank. But he's got one more. I hate to sound crass here, but Anthony Richardson, I hope it's the other way, but he's got one more flop in him somewhere, doesn't he? He gets somebody. There's going to be one more. You know what? I can fix him.
Yeah, I in a more eloquent way to say it, I would say,
yeah,
he will get one more chance.
One more,
because he's a fourth overall pick, and I'll tell you, if I was Baltimore, I would be strongly intrigued for him to be my backup.
Same type of offense.
Same exact type of offense. Well, the offense that I think he would excel in. Same offense as my starter, which is rare in Baltimore because you don't have guys that can copy what Lamar Jackson can do.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying you go out and trade, real draft capital for him, but if the Colts are truly done, and you can get him for like a fifth round pick, I would do that if I was Baltimore because it feels like same offense, you might be able to run something there.
Yeah. I like the theory. I like the idea. Man, I tell you, I think we identified the worst team in the league this past weekend is the Saints. Mm-hmm. Boy, the way this thing's falling with the Colts, are they making a run for the money?
It's not pretty, especially at quarterback.
It just, gosh darn, if you're, I guess you could say, hey, Terry, this has happened what you just brought up here in Jacksonville, but man, imagine being a Colts fan off season. And Super Bowl rolls in 1st of February. You grind and grind like everybody else, but your team is the blue and white Colts. You grind, you get to the draft, you grind. You may or may not do anything in free agency. You grind, you grind, you grind, you grind. You get to the cusp of the regular season, and look at this mess.
It's bad. It's really bad.
You're pushing all your chips into the Daniel Jones. And who knows? Anthony Richardson may, game 4, take the job back over.
Possible.
He may take it over. The question is, would he take it over with great play, or he just was not quite as bad as Jones played?
Yeah, it's a good point.
And
I'll show you this, too. We did this yesterday.
Okay.
These are the Colts quarterbacks since Andrew Luck retired.
This is going to be I don't even want to look at this, do I?
It's pretty bad.
Oh, Brissett and Hoyer. Rivers, okay. Wentz, Ryan, okay. Wow. Nick Foles. Gardner Minshew sighting.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It's been rough.
Oh, my. And look who's still standing. Joe freaking Flacco.
Yep, who will start for the Browns this year.
How about that? And then big bad Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones. Was he a Duke guy? Was he from Duke?
Daniel Jones was.
Yeah, he's a Duke guy. Yeah, it's kind of came out of nowhere. Same kind of career as obviously not as good a college team, but same kind of career as Mac Jones, kind of. Little bit. I mean, you're like,
yeah, actually, kind of.
And he was a high draft choice, right? Daniel Jones and
Daniel Jones was very
Giants.
High.
Giants threw all in with him.
Mm-hmm. He was like 5th or something like that. Mac was mid first round.
Yeah.
Mac, similar to Daniel Jones, they had that one playoff run, and then it's not a bad comp.
Yeah, and I obviously Mac Jones from here, so I always have a soft spot for him. But
sure,
he goes to Bulls. Good player. He was gonna play college. Committed to Kentucky. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He was, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Kentucky's SEC. I mean, you can do a lot worse than Kentucky. He commits to Kentucky, and 11th hour, this guy reneged on Bama, and that guy. Next thing you know, Alabama throws a mercy scholarship at him, right?
Yeah.
And he goes to Alabama, and bingo, bango, bongo.
People were confused too.
Yeah.
It didn't really make sense for him to go there at the time because Hurts was there.
Yeah, they had a bunch of guys there.
Yep. Tua, I think, was in front. Yeah, Tua was in front of him.
And damn, what did he get 2 good starting years? I know at
no,
least
just one.
Just one?
1.5 because Tua got hurt.
That's right. And played his ass off.
It was really good, yeah. Played all the way up from, I hate to say nothing, but from nothing to being the 15th overall pick in the draft.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Let's switch it to baseball here. First segment. As I said, we hope to have Dr. Bates at 5, Brent Beaird about 5:30. Some afternoon baseball of note. A couple of finals already. Pittsburgh, again, 2-1 winners over Toronto. And again, that's Skeens that isn't pitching.
No, he was not.
Did not pitch. So, Toronto, here come the Yankees a little bit. We talked yesterday. This is the time of year you really can't afford, if you're trying to hold on to a division or hold on to a wild card, you can't lose to the bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
This is doubly bad. Pittsburgh, that's at least 2 they've got over Toronto, right?
Yes.
In this series. So Pittsburgh beats Toronto today, 2-1, final. Gosh darn, how about Seattle? They fight and fight and fight to close the gap with Houston, and then they run into Philadelphia. Yeah. Philadelphia beats them again today, 11-2 final. Now, the saving grace is Houston, the team Seattle's chasing, they ran into Detroit.
It's true.
And Detroit already has beat Houston, so it stays at 1.5. But dadgum, if you're Seattle, you're like, do we have to run into the Phillies right now? So, couple finals and 1 game in progress. Cleveland, 2-1 lead in the second over Arizona. Cleveland, the Guardians have played their way down. I think, did you see Kansas City's red hot?
Yes, they are.
They are red hot. We talked a little bit about what to do if you get Caglione. Do you bring him up? Do you rock the boat?
I feel like since they got rid of him, they've been better.
Since they got rid of him, coincident or not.
Yeah, I don't think it's like a true
thing,
but
dude, you hit it on the nose. The minute Cags got the injury and went down,
good.
They've been good. And what do? I mean, they are 3.5. No, they are 2.5 back in the wild card now. 3rd spot. So, man, that's a tough call for management. How much do you rock the boat? Baseball, is there anything more superstitious than baseball?
True, yeah.
Let's take a look real quick. Things that happened last night. Get these standings going. We gave you a couple of them. Toronto, as we sit, they've lost already today. 4.5 over the Yankees. Yankees have won 4 in a row. Yankees. How weird is the Yankees playing the Rays?
It's
in Tampa
odd.
At their park, but it's not their park during this series.
It's not a good watch.
Those 2 things really got past baseball. And I'm throwing the Athletics in as well.
Yeah,
the Athletics and the it's Major League freaking Baseball. Wasn't there better answers than the Athletics playing in a AAA park, their home games, and the AAA team is not their team either.
Right.
And then the Rays, I get it, I get it, but couldn't baseball have figured something better out than that? I don't know what it would have been. But
you'd think. The one thing about, if you watch Oakland, it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't feel like you're watching at a minor league ballpark until, they hit it.
Yeah.
But, if you're just watching behind home plate, the standard shot of baseball, I feel like you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you watch the Rays, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
You're right. And by the way, they're not Oakland. They're just the team called the Athletics. Right. they don't have a name.
You're right. The Sacramento A's.
They don't have a location name. They have a friggin' nickname.
Yep.
Yeah, you look at the standings, it's Athletics.
It's kind of a flex. You're the only team with one name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yankees making this got to be their final run, isn't it? Final run at the division, anyway.
Yeah,
man,
sure.
30. You get, and we were talking yesterday. People may not quite understand the whole baseball thing, but we've got about 36 games left. 36, 37 games left. So once you hit, let's call it 30 games left in the regular season, if you don't want to be down more than about 5 or 6 max, because you think about it, if you got 30 left, you and the team you're chasing are probably going to do the same thing 10 times.
Yeah.
If you're not playing, right?
Correct.
So that knocks you down to 20, and you're still 5 or 6 back. You don't want to be 5 or 6, but you want to start closing that. Your next 5 to 10 games, they may get a game or two on you.
Right.
Your next 5 or 6 games, you get them back, season's over.
True.
This thing's vicing quick. Blue Jays 4.5 up on the Yankees. Red Sox still in the race for the division, 5.5 back. Detroit has stretched it back again with the Royals. They're going to win the division. Royals, though, 65, and they're 4 games over 500, and they are clearly in the wild card race right now, and they've leapfrogged now the Guardians. I'm going to go ahead and write them off. I know they're 10 back, but I'm writing them off for the wild card. I may bite my tongue there. AL West, we talked Houston, kind of a tough series with Detroit, but the team that's chasing Houston, Seattle, they're playing a really good team as well. Right now, after that game was completed earlier today, those 2 games are completed, it stays at 1.5, a 1.5 game lead for the Astros. National League, the Mets are playing better. 3-game winning streak, good news. Bad news, Phillies are on a 4-game winning streak, and Phillies have stretched it back out to 6.
Phillies are good.
Yeah, they are good. They are good. I'm not a big Philly fan of other things, but that team's fun to watch. They're veteran grown men. Mm-hmm. They don't back down from anybody. They got some tough guys. They are good, and I love Schwarber. I could watch him hit all day.
Yeah, impressive.
He's just a good ass major league hitter. So Phillies look like they're going to win that division. Mets, we'll get to the wild card real quick. Cubs, what about the doubleheader win yesterday for the Cubs?
Needed it.
Man, they're 7 out. But Casey, you mentioned they were 9 out, and it could have easily been 10-11, you know? The Cubs yesterday, I saw most of the first game out at Hurricane. It was an afternoon game. That was a hell of a fun game. Mm-hmm. 6-4 first game, and man, the Brewers never died. They didn't win it, but they made a run. The Cubs won the second game, too, so they really needed that win, that doubleheader sweep. They've got 2 more with the Brewers, and they're down 7. That may be too much to get the division, but as long as they don't collapse, they should grab a wild card as well. They got 72 total wins. And then the damn West, I don't know what the hell's going on. Dodgers, huge weekend. They sweep the Padres, who had caught them, so the Dodgers went back up 1. That was last weekend. Guess who plays Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Dodgers and Padres again.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they get it on again. And San Francisco's pretty much played their way out of everything. They're 11 back, so they're no factor in the division. Take a quick look before we break here on wild card. Yankees have the first spot if needed, and if they don't win the division, they've got a game and a half up. Red Sox are right behind the Yankees. Mariners would sneak in, but right now, with the completion of the Mariners game earlier, the Royals are 2 behind the Mariners for that 3rd spot. 2 behind. Gosh darn, Guardians 2.5, and I just wrote them off.
You just wrote them off.
Did they not know that?
You just got rid of them.
Come on, Guardians. And National League quickly. Cubs real comfortable because of those 72 wins. They got a 4.5 game lead in the top spot for the wild card. So they're pretty comfortable there with 36 left or so. San Diego right behind. And then the Mets. Another team that I haven't written off. The Mets have the 3rd spot right now if the season ended. Guess who's 1 game behind the Mets? Friggin' Reds.
Yeah, they're still in it.
The freaking Reds just will not go away, 67-60. So there you have it. Quick look at baseball, just in case we didn't get back to it with college football coming up. Of course, we've got sports medicine. We'll try to get some. We got some sports history. Sometime we miss that as well when we get a busy show. We'll come back, try to get to some sports history, set the rest of the show up. We may get back to some baseball, some other things that have happened. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Stay with us right here on a Hump Day Wednesday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show, continuing on Action Sports Jax.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Here we go. Hazy day over Jax Vegas downtown, but it's supposed to be this time of year. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Welcome back, Terry Norvelle. Glad you're with us here on a Hump Day Wednesday edition, the Young and Norvelle Show. Dr. Aaron Bates from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Should join us about 5 o'clock or so. Got a couple of injury issues we want to bounce around with Dr. Bates and talk a little sports as we do with him. And then Brent Beaird talking some college football, including Auburn. Casey, we won't get into the Auburn stuff, but did you see what they did? Why we're going to...
I did not.
Oh, God. We'll talk about it with Brent. But Auburn, and they make a press release like yesterday, last night. Auburn just out of the blue, they say, hey, we now are officially going to recognize 7 more football national championships that we feel we've won over the last 150 years of college football. And Casey, we're talking before the polls, before modern football. We're talking 1903 and 1907. And
can you just do that?
They did. They're just claiming them. So we'll get into it. It's got a little UCF 2017 feel about it, but okay. I mean, Auburn, really? Really? I mean, what was to be gained? You know you're going to get ridiculed. What are you getting out of this? I don't know. We'll talk to Brent. He'll have some thoughts on that. Brent Beaird coming up, college football talk about 5:30. All right, Casey, you know it, you love it. Sports history, this date in sports history. I love throwing it by you because you got a deep, reservoir of sports knowledge, and you get a lot of these. You know, sometimes I'll throw some of these things out, and that was 1905. You know, mm-hmm. That makes so a lot of people don't. Here we go. This date, sports history, 1945, and I don't know if this has been broken in Major League Baseball. 17-year-old Tommy Brown. That's right, 17-year-old Tommy Brown, playing for the Dodgers, becomes the youngest player, at the time at least, to hit a home run.
Crazy.
I don't think
anybody. I thought you were going to say play.
Yeah, but
let alone hit a home run.
Hit a home run. 17 years old, back in 45. Wow. I think it's the former pitcher, the pitcher Joe Nuxhall. I think he pitched in some games at 15.
Wow.
And this was years ago. But how about that, 17 years old? And, I was thinking about that this morning, writing this down, this segment. And 17, 18, playing in the highest level of your sport professionally, the physical play is probably not the hardest part. If you've made it there, he's really talented. Mm-hmm. And people, even in 1945, people in the organization saw that. I would think playing at the highest level in your sport, the tough thing would be you're 17 and they're grown-ass men.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're traveling with them. You're on the road with them.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that would be the hard. If you were 19-year-old Herschel Walker could have skipped Georgia and went straight to the NFL, physically. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't have been the hardest part. It would be you're 19 years old trying to assimilate, with, 52 other grown men.
Yeah.
I think that'd be the hard part. But damn,
absolutely.
17 years old, hits a home run in 1945. This date, sports history, 1958, staying in baseball. First baseman Dale Long became the first major league player to play catcher as a lefty since 1906. And
wow.
The theory, obviously, the base runner will come toward you from third base.
Correct.
Right? And that's why it's advantageous to be a right-handed. You catch the ball with your, you throw right-handed, catch it with your left because you're on that side, mm-hmm. Right? And weird. I don't know. I didn't see any backstory why, or was it just cool?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the theory of a left-handed first baseman as well, where you can position to sweep tag.
Yep.
To sweep tag versus where your glove is at. But, first catcher in 58 since 06.
Wow.
To go left-handed.
That's amazing.
Do you think they even had a left-handed catcher's mitt, or did he just use his first baseman's mitt?
Probably first base. They have them now, but
they do have them now, and you occasionally see that every blue moon. You'll see.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but it's rare.
And I've seen it for 2 innings with Missouri playing Alabama in college baseball, and it's 17-2.
Sure. I just want to catch.
Yeah, and they've run out of players, mm-hmm. And they're like, dude, we're heading to the airport. Here, 17-2. You're gonna love this one. Casey, I think you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
1967. This date in sports history. Major League manager Alvin Dark, who managed a couple teams. He won a World Series with the Athletics. He had great teams with the Athletics. This is 67, and he is with the Kansas City Athletics. He's the skipper. Casey, I'm just telling you, you're going to love this.
Okay.
The only manager in Major League Baseball history to, in a 24-hour period,
oh boy,
he was fired, rehired, and fired again.
That's amazing. So
I got backstory on this one.
Please, because I'm trying to he had to have got hired the second time out of spite, just because they're so mad they wanted to fire him twice.
Backstory. And Charlie Finley was the owner, and he was a bit of a rogue. Had a little Bill Veeck in him, the showman owner. Had a little George Steinbrenner in him. He owned the Athletics when they won 3 in a row, like 71, 2, and 3. So he had some good teams. So here's the backstory. The Athletics were on a plane flying to their next destination, 1967. They're heading to their next city they're playing in. Mm-hmm. One of their players, and he's unreported, one of their players supposedly on the plane got pretty damn drunk.
Sure.
And the owner wanted to go ahead and suspend the player.
Okay.
Well, he had words with Alvin Dark, the manager, who was standing up for his player. And Charlie Finley said, I own the team, you're fired.
Wow.
So he fires Alvin Dark. Cooler heads prevail. He rehires him hours later.
Sure, someone's got to coach the team.
Yes. And then the story goes, as I read it and understand it, the owner, Finley, starts kind of snooping around the rest of the team, the rest of the roster, asking, talking, and all. And it seems as if he might have uncovered that the manager was ripping into the owner. So he fired him again. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That guy's got to be fun to be married to, right?
Yeah, that's rough.
Or that's your dad. My God. So my man Alvin Dark gets fired, rehired, and fired all within 24 hours.
I can only imagine what he was thinking. Then he got fired the second time. Like, he had to be like, oh, you guys are kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, no, really, get out.
Word is, when he got rehired, he got a pay raise. So I guess he was going, hey, man, you got to do something, man. You got to sweeten this deal, man. You just fired my ass.
So he got a pay raise for like an hour and a half?
That's what it sounds like.
That's awesome.
Isn't it great? Is it? And then supposedly talking to the players, some of the players, I don't know if they ratted him out or maybe he was listening with Groucho Marx glasses on or something.
Right.
But the word is going, hey, man, yeah, Alvin, coach, the skipper, he hates Finley. Finley's an idiot, he said.
That's all.
Oh, no, you don't. Love that one.
That's a good one.
Love that one. This date, 1985, I'm just bringing up this guy. I don't know if, Casey, you remember or weren't old enough, but know about this guy on the mound was so good and so talented and so God-given, and drugs just ate him alive. Shortened his career. 1985, Dwight Gooden became the first National League pitcher with 200 or more strikeouts his first 2 seasons. Dwight Gooden had an absolute electric fastball and you talk about a 12-6 Uncle Charlie off the table, breaking ball. Command of both of them. As a matter of fact, this day in 85, when he set the record, he had a 16 strikeout day, and that was his 13th consecutive win. But he started having trouble with the nose candy and stuff. Had a good career.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, he had Nolan Ryan skiing stuff.
Right.
Oh, when he was on, the fastball was electric. It was one of those last 6 feet explode with run, and then he would drop a curveball, a breaking ball off the table. You talk about Uncle Charlie. That thing was and we'll end it on this. And this is more of I bring this up because this guy, and you'll know it from Seinfeld, this guy became really a cultural phenomenon, kind of for all the wrong reasons. This date, 1990, Kevin Moss. Do you remember Kevin Moss, the name? M-A-A-S. Just a journeyman. Somehow found his way to the Yankees and Steinbrenner. When he gets to the Yankees this time, back in 1990, he is the quickest to 15 home runs ever for the Yankees.
Wow.
He hits 15 home runs in his first 132 at-bats.
That's crazy.
And really doesn't do anything else. And do you know the Seinfeld reference? He becomes there's a Seinfeld episode, and they may have gone to it a couple times because obviously that's filmed and set in New York City, and Mets, Yankees, and they did a lot of baseball in that show. But there's a bunch of Kevin Moss references, and it's for the bad. Hey, go get Kevin Moss. Hey, hopefully they can get around to Kevin Moss in the spot. Yeah, he was. If you're Kevin Moss,
poor guy, you
made Seinfeld, sorta.
Yeah, I'll take it though.
Sorta.
I feel like I would take it.
Are you a Seinfeld guy?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, they did. They had a lot of cameo baseball. I don't know if Moss ever actually was on the show, but
when you started that, I thought you were going to say Keith Hernandez.
Hernandez obviously was the whole series was classic, but Danny Tartable was on there. Was he with the what was the shtick there? George changed his stance, and George also changed the uniforms. He went to wool.
Yes, that's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, and I forgot about that because then Jeter and Bernie Williams were in that one scene.
Yes.
Buck Showalter's in it.
Buck Showalter is the manager.
Yeah.
And Danny Tartable, what was it? George, no, I can't remember what his rationale was. No, polyester, no, they need wool. And somebody finally said, well, George, most of the baseball season's in the summertime.
Yeah, he didn't know that.
The boys of summer.
Even though that was his job.
Yeah, it was his job. But then there's one scene where I guess Tartable is struggling. No, I think he's having a great run.
And he changes, yeah.
And George, no, your elbow's too high. He screws Tartable up. He can't buy a hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Way to go, George.
And he built a little nook built under his desk.
Yeah, he was sleeping under there.
His sleeping nook.
Oh, yeah.
What a show.
What a show.
What an absolute show. I thought you'd enjoy those. Mm-hmm. I thought you'd enjoy some of those. How about the Yankees yesterday? Second time this year, they have a 9 home run game.
Wild.
9.
And 9 hitters hit, by the way.
9 different ones?
No, I'm just saying there's 9 guys in your lineup.
Oh.
If you're hitting 9 home runs, then that's,
Imagine having an 0 for 5 day that day.
Yeah, you probably feel like crap.
You would feel bad, wouldn't you? They had a 9 home run game way back, first month of the season, I think against the Brewers. They hit 9. And yesterday, because the Yankees hit 9, I heard for the first time in months, I heard the T word. The torpedo bat.
Oh. Are they using them again?
I guess. I don't know. Why would they stop? They didn't get outlawed, right?
No, you can use them, I think. I just didn't know anybody was.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, we laughed at that. How big that story was for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was wild.
And then it was gone. It was gone. 9, Yankees on a 4-game winning streak. We told you about the Cubs' huge sweep yesterday. See if they can keep adding on it. They swept Milwaukee, who they're chasing. Another one of those kind of ugly losses. I told you the Pirates have kind of knocked off Toronto a couple times. Toronto better watch their lead. The Orioles over the Red Sox yesterday. Red Sox now 6 behind. The Royals, we said, red hot, 5-game winning streak, 2.5 back of the wild card. And we discussed earlier, I got this written down, we discussed earlier, as we hit about the 30-game mark, which will happen, midweek next week, 30 games left. Boy, you're starting to run into, I guess to borrow a golf term, you're running into dormy territory. You know how they call that dormy in golf? Mm-hmm. You're down more strokes than you have holes to play.
It's over.
Yeah, kind of getting there. And we mentioned Seattle. They've now lost 4, and that was earlier today. They've now lost 5 in a row. They're a hard team to figure. They are,
because they're good. If they would just do everything at the same time.
Just do right.
They'd be very tough to beat.
Hey, do right. Right. That's the thing. Let me get back to a little bit of Jaguar news today. We talked about Travis Hunter. How much will he play? Will he go Thursday in the controlled scrimmage practice? Will he go Saturday? Will he go both? Will he go neither? I think our consensus here on the show, if I had to get him to run around a little bit, because you do want him to run around, break a sweat a couple times more before they take 2 weeks off. They won't take 2 weeks all the way off, but they shut it down, does the NFL. I would run him out on Thursday. I would control it much more with the Dolphins. I don't think I'd run Travis Hunter on that Saturday with the threat of a bunch of guys trying to make the team with big saucer eyes, thinking, man, if I light somebody up, and that might be Travis Hunter in a game situation. I think you can control it Thursday. The Dolphins starters, you can match up with your starters. Because I'm right. These coaching staffs will trade a game plan, right? A practice plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll trade a practice plan. So you'll know, hey man, I want Travis Hunter to go against. They're good guys because they're not going to do anything. They're professionals. They understand. You get some guy out of southern Mississippi. It's 22 years old. He's a undrafted free agent, and he's got 2 quarters to get on the field before he's back throwing boxes at UPS. He may do something stupid on that field.
Exactly. You don't want that with Travis Hunter.
No, you really don't want that. All right, let's take another break here. Come back, start regrouping. Dr. Bates will start joining us, we hope, around the top of the hour. We'll take a look at some sports headlines, see if anything big has happened, and then we'll have Brent Beaird in the second hour. All right, let's take a quick break. Come back with more Young and Norvelle after this.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jags Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jags Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jags Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandalwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are more rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is home. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
All right, let's get back into it. Terry Norvelle here on a Wednesday. Tomorrow, you know by now, down on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. Looking forward to that, as always, as we start wrapping up. It's game week. We're wrapping up the Monday through Friday of game week for college football, NFL. One more dress rehearsal, then a couple weeks off for the NFL guys. I've always thought that's odd for the NFL. And is it all injury-induced? Why they take 2 weeks off? They don't just push things back a little bit. I'm fine with them starting after Labor Day, which the NFL says their goal is to start their season after Labor Day. They think letting school get back in and everything getting settled is the way to go. But, Casey, they could push everything back a week or so, or down, I should say. It's kind of odd that they take 2 full weeks off, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
is it to get everybody healthy?
It gives you a chance to get healthy, I think.
And is it player movement, roster movement?
Because there will be some of that.
A little bit of that.
Yeah, I think a little bit of those.
Just kind of odd. We got topics we're going to get with Brent Beaird, but I want to touch on some of them. And one of them is kind of along the NFL schedule lines. I'm going to bring this up with Brent. I think college football makes just a massive mistake with this first couple of weeks calendar. And the word I'm going to use is unopposed. I think they dropped the ball, and I don't know who, because there's not really one dictating, the NCAA is the NCAA, but I don't think they really say, hey, I'm going to force you to do this or that. Maybe they do and they just don't want to. But when you look at this coming Saturday, is a unopposed football weekend. The NFL, I don't count the practice games, right? The NFL hasn't started yet. So you've got an unopposed Saturday without anybody thinking we're going to the NFL real games the next day. It's unopposed. They've got to do better. Give me at least one more compelling matchup. You do have one of there's only 5 games. Do better. Put at least one more. And I say grab one of the following Friday. You've got 2 watchable games. Auburn, Baylor. Both teams need that win bad. Georgia Tech, Colorado. Give me one of those on this Saturday. And then, Casey, this Saturday, unopposed weekend that I think college football drops the ball on. Then you wrap around that Thursday. No NFL. They don't do that Thursday or early. That's an unopposed Thursday. College football drops the ball there. I think you've got a couple of really compelling unopposed dates that you're not taking advantage of. You could.
So what I'm hearing is Boise State at USF is not good enough on that Thursday.
And then what do they have? Nebraska Cincinnati might be the follow game. I think they got a 5:30 and a 9 or something. You've got that Saturday and that Thursday unopposed, and you've got a football nation just salivating for games that count in the standings football.
Yeah. You're right. It is Nebraska Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're kind of that's the 2 games. I think they're on the same network back to back. Kind of.
They are.
It's why they kick off. Isn't that South Florida Boise kind of a weird kickoff time?
5:30.
Yeah, and that's Thursday.
Correct.
Yeah. I noted that down. I don't think we got to that a couple days ago. It's kind of strange, but they're trying to squeeze in 2 games.
And then that Nebraska Cincinnati game was at Arrowhead.
I did see it was. I didn't know that until this week.
That's weird, right?
That is weird, but. I think you're with me here. College football, you would grab some NFL guys that maybe aren't big college fans. You've got Saturday and Thursday to really go unopposed, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
Bad. We'll talk to Brent Beaird about that. Speaking of schedules and all, am I correct? High school gets going this Friday.
Yes, correct. Georgia started last week because
but these are
a week ahead.
First games of the year.
But for your your local teams around here yet. Starts this week.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Game of the week is Nice Ponte Vedra, by the way, which you can watch right here on the network.
Ooh, they don't like each other.
They do not.
Ooh, oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my, and help me out. And that's out of Duval County, but does Duval County still kick off like at 6:30? If it's to Duval County. I hate to bring this up. We had all that trouble there for several years in a row.
I don't think so.
Like that, they've wiped that out. You remember that? We had all that.
Yes.
Those stupid idiots were doing stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
And for several years, Duval County said, let's try and start I think it was the early season games. Start at 6:30 with the theory, more of the game in the daylight.
Right.
It might just
Maybe
help.
They do. If Stuart's listening, he'll comment.
Yeah.
I know we have plenty of games going when we get into our show later in the night. So, which makes me think they don't. But
Ponte Vedra Nice, ooh, that's a good start. I've got here's another topic that we'll get into with Brent Beaird, and if you've known me, if you followed me at all, I love my number one sport. I love college football. It's been my sport forever. I wasn't a college football player. I just love the game. Was reared in the South. College football's deep, deep, deep in my heart. I do have a love-hate relationship with it, though. And my hate side is really at times, I hate to be mean, but the morons that run college football. My God.
Sure.
They think it's the toughest thing in the world to run college. No, it's not. I love this headline just popped up. College football playoff selection committee to use enhanced metrics.
What is that?
I don't know.
Metrics on Blue Chew? What is that?
I mean, Casey, me and you, not even a dog named Blue, just two other guys.
My dog is named Blue.
There you go. Me, you, Blue, and one other dude. Couldn't you and I be tasked with, okay, guys, your job is to watch college football every weekend. And then could you four, including Blue knows ball. Could you four select the at-large teams? Is it that hard?
Feels doable.
And let me back up. Couldn't we do it with our eyeball test?
Pretty close.
Couldn't we pretty much? I'd like to have a few stats here and there, but couldn't we go on the eyeball test?
I feel like you have a pretty good idea with the eyeball test. Then you get the stats to back it up. And,
And you know what? There. Strength of schedule, that's fun to talk about early. But after I've watched every game, and you've watched it, and whoever's lucky enough, and Blue.
Yep.
At the end of the year, I guess some stats would help. I'd go, well, I actually watched the games that the teams that popped up on Penn State's schedule, and I can say their strength of schedule was way tougher than Michigan's, or Iowa State. College. Brent Beaird laughs at me in a nice way, but he laughs at me all the time for that. I've used that phrase. The people that run college football would make you think they're splitting the atom.
That's a good point.
And I guarantee you, this headline, let me go back to it. What did it say? Metrics or
enhanced metrics.
Enhanced metrics. I guarantee you, they've had, before that headline and that release came out, they had 5 meetings, and they're going to have 5 more.
Probably.
All at a resort that costs $500 a night.
Oh,
more.
Definitely.
Oh, my goodness. All right, let's. Should we take a break and see if we get Doc? We don't have Doc on yet, do we?
We do not.
We do not. Okay, let's take a quick break, regroup. That'll give Dr. Bates hopefully time to get on here with us. We'll go over a couple of one baseball for sure, and one I've always wondered why the Tommy John injury doesn't happen in football. We'll talk about that, or doesn't happen much in football. Baseball, but not football. We'll get Dr. Bates' theory and answer on those and more. 1 hour down, 1 to go. It's a Wednesday edition. The Young and Norvelle Show continues after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jags PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jags PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jax Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jax Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jax Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, let's get right back into it. Dr. Bates is with us. Time to talk some sports medicine. Our buddy from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Hey, remember, if you or someone you know have immediate orthopedic needs, do not go to and spend hours at the emergency room or these quick clinics and things like that. Check out Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Their website will tell you where you can go to get right in. No appointment. Walk in. Be seen as a walk-in. Go to their website. se-ortho.com. se-ortho.com tells you where you can go for immediate walk-in diagnosis and treatment. And also, the Bumps and Bruises clinics will start this Saturday for our high school age athletes and band members, cheerleaders. Also, go to se-ortho.com. Find out where they're at. Great service at Southeast Orthopedic specialists they have offered for a long time in our area. I guarantee you a lot of parents, as we welcome Dr. Bates, I guarantee you a lot of parents really like that. That little Johnny gets banged up, or the cheerleading daughter gets banged up, and boy, that mom can get him in that car the next morning and get a start and a peace of mind, Doc. It's got to be good for the parents. Oh, don't have Doc. Doc. Let me see if is that anything on my end, Case?
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Got you now, Doc. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they like to have instant results, at least getting evaluated initially, and they need to get MRI. And if they don't need MRI, some physical therapy, getting back.
Yeah.
Start that.
Get started, man, because I would want to know Saturday morning, as opposed to all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and that could be a rough weekend. If there's any type of significant injury, that could be a rough weekend for everybody, not just the patient. Yeah.
And just waiting around, trying to figure out how things are going to go. And if you just get an initial evaluation and kind of settle it down, at least you have an avenue or direction into where we go next.
Yeah, definitely. Doc, before we get a couple of injury situations, it is game week for college football, only like 5 games. But, Doc, I was peeking ahead. Who made the Towson schedule? Man, this thing is rough early. I'm looking at it. Towson opens next Thursday, right? They're on the road, it looks like, at Norfolk.
Yeah.
Then they are at Morgan State. Then they've got Maryland on the road. And then your opener is with Youngstown State, and they're normally really good.
Awesome. They're an awesome organization. I don't know about Norfolk State, Morgan State. We'll see how that goes. But Maryland's definitely going to be a test, and Youngstown always tough.
Yeah, boy, that's rough. That's rough. 3 on the road, including a Power 4, and then you come home and Youngstown State. Like I said, boy, sometimes they run some good squads out there sometimes. So, there you have it. And then your buddy Coach Loxley, speaking of Maryland, they open this coming Saturday. It looks like they're August 30th. It looks like Maryland with FAU. Florida Atlantic. So hopefully Coach Loxley can get off to a good start as well. And then you guys got anything for those guys week 3? You got anything for Maryland?
We haven't in the past. We'll see.
There you go. Doc, a couple injuries I want to get to. Not a whole lot of stuff. I don't know if you saw this injury, but you've seen it in baseball. I can't believe there's not more injuries. When the first baseman really extend to get some length and catch the baseball before the runner gets to the base. Vlad Guerrero Jr. had 2 of those, first baseman, the other day. He had 2 of those back-to-back, and the second one, I mean, he's great at it, but Doc, I always wonder how there aren't more injuries in that groin area from those first basemen because, man, are they stretched out.
Well, they stretch all the time. They stretch to do that.
Yeah.
And so maybe 2 back-to-back was a little much.
Yeah.
But obviously, they got hamstring up toward the bones that it sits on, and he just had to settle down a little bit.
Do you think, and shame on me for all the baseball I played, I don't really remember first baseman other than taking infield or just in the game. Would you imagine a major league first baseman probably has drills and stretching activities for that?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
What do you think?
It's all about analytics, making that throw shorter.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he's going to beat the runner more than not.
Yeah, definitely. And by the way, they said today that Guerrero's MRI came back negative. What would be the treatment? How bad is that? Is that something? If it's bad, is something being pulled off the bone in that area? What is?
Yeah. So that's the typical way you get proximal hamstring tendon ruptures from the bone that you sit on the ischial tuberosity. It's a split, and most people get it because they usually don't do splits. But if they're in a situation that they have to do a split or they're forced to do a split, that's where that tendon is pulled off the bone.
Yeah.
Now, what saves these first basemen is that they do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so they're stretching all the time like that.
Yeah.
So this one just kind of got to them, and it's just some inflammation.
Boy, it looks painful though when they do that, but they're most of them are pretty good. And obviously, I mean, the ones that are very flexible and really, like Guerrero is very flexible. He really gets out there. I mean, I would imagine over the course of a season, that extra foot and a half,
yeah.
I would imagine you could run some numbers on that, and that really benefits your team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
really benefits your team. Doc, I don't know if we've gone over this before. Shame on me if we have, and refresh mine and our viewers' memory. Tommy John, baseball. Occasionally, and there's a case this week, Missouri's got a quarterback, Sam Horn, who's trying to win the job in camp at Missouri, and he's coming back from Tommy John, a quarterback. Why don't we see or hear of more quarterbacks throwing? I don't want guys to get hurt, obviously, but is there a reason why it's a baseball injury? Way more quarterbacks throw a lot of passes.
They do. So it's multifactorial. The first thing is that they throw a lot. They don't throw nearly as many throws as a pitcher. And the other thing is their throwing motion isn't really the same. It's more protective of the inside part of the elbow. You're not putting as much torque on the elbow itself. And typically the way you get the injuries of Tommy John when quarterback is they're getting hit at the same time as the arm is coming forward.
Oh, okay.
Putting that stress on the ulnar collateral ligament.
So he's probably, that quarterback's Tommy John is probably not overuse or
it's not right.
Yeah, or not. He just really jumped on this pass. He really had to zip it in there. So that's not what it is. It's
you don't really see that. Now I don't know how this quarterback got hurt.
Yeah.
But I haven't really seen that part in quarterbacks. It's more of a traumatic getting hit while they're throwing, or their arm is in a precarious position when they get tackled or something like that.
Makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to assume, to take it another step, the size of the football. Obviously, football is much bigger than a baseball. It's probably heavier than a baseball, but it's bigger. So I would imagine you just can't get your arm moving arm, shoulder, elbow moving as fast throwing that big object than you can throwing that small object. Is that a factor?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe. I mean, you would think that if something heavier is going to put more torque on that shoulder and elbow, it just doesn't. And so you may have something there.
Interesting. I don't have any other ones really to go over, major injuries. I did have and we've had a little bit of fun with this, but I'm being kind of serious as we bring this final topic up. We're wrapping up summer, obviously. We're wrapping up summer, spring and summer, everybody's out and about, and, activities. We've had fun with pickleball before, and we know more people play it every day. More people. As summer's wrapping up, has your pickleball number increased coming into the clinics?
It's funny you just mentioned that. I just saw 2 new pickleball injuries just today.
Really? What were they? Can you say?
Yeah, both were knee injuries. I think they're meniscus tears. Just saw them for the initial appointment, but they act like meniscus tears. I think that's what they are.
Did they kind of explain, or did you even care to ask were they charging the net? Were they going left or right? Or, do you need to know any of that?
Yeah, it's kind of a torque or a twist, changing directions, and they feel something.
And Pat and I were talking last week. I can't remember who the player was. Are we still correct? If you got to do something in there, meniscus would be the best of the bad. Is that how we said meniscus?
Yeah, probably. Kind of depends on the type of tear and what can be done for it.
And certainly we don't have the names and don't need the names of the patients. Just for curiosity, were they older?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were probably late 50s and up.
And did you get the feeling that they were just getting into the game? Sport, I should say, or did you get the feeling, they had been playing? Because I would imagine older people that just pick up a sport like pickleball, it's hard for us to start something moderate, Go, 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 go. Do you get the feeling they were pickleball veterans, or do you think they just picked up the sport?
I know one was a pretty serious pickleball player. The other was just kind of getting out doing something new.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, just kind of going all out, not really knowing the sport as well.
But does it appear that every summer the sport is still so new and growing every summer? Probably more traffic coming in, more pickleball traffic coming in.
You see a ton of pickleball injuries.
How about that? How about that? Interesting. All right, Doc, we'll let you out of here a little early. I appreciate everything you do for the show, of course. And I'm kind of glad we don't have a lot of stuff, but as I say all the time, sports and injuries in sports go together.
That's right. It's about to start up pretty good now.
Yeah, high school football starts Friday, and then of course, and we talked about the Bumps and Bruises clinic that you guys offer. It's so good and so valuable for our area. All right, Doc, enjoy the rest of your week. Peeking a little bit of football. I don't know if you really want to watch the Jaguar on Saturday. That should be a tough watch. There'll be a lot of guys selling you phones at T-Mobile playing this Saturday.
Right.
So have a good weekend. Yeah. And then when we visit next week, Wednesday, we are 2 days away from, that first college football real weekend is a big boy.
The big one.
It is big boy. It is big boy football. All right, Doc, thanks so much, as always, for your time. We'll let you get about your business here on a Wednesday afternoon. All right, let's take another break. We'll see if we can get Brent Beaird a little early and get into some college football stuff. Got a lot of fun stuff to get to. As a matter of fact, on the other side, a fun, I don't know if you ever watch SEC Shorts. They're pretty good at what they do. They got a good production company that it's sarcastic, fun stuff. It's the same crew generally, and they had a pretty good one about jerseys. We talked about jerseys the other day. They had a good one on regarding the cost of jerseys and NIL and stuff like that, and how it'll drive somebody crazy that gets their wardrobe set, and then they might lose a player. We'll talk about that and a whole lot of college football coming up as we start winding down on a Wednesday. The Young and Norvelle Show, back after this quick timeout.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League, known as Jags PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jags PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team, like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
Welcome back, Terry Norvelle on the Young and Norvelle show here on a Wednesday. Got some college football to get into, some different topics. I've got a few here. We can bump around until Brent Beaird joins us around the bottom of the hour. I was teasing the SEC shorts that they put together. They had a little fun little segment called Roster Flex. And the premise, if they could do this where it would work, it would be a good idea. But they were talking about how, particularly now with NIL, a lot of the jersey-wearing fans out there are getting frustrated. They buy a jersey and a player's not on the team anymore, or gone and moving, and NIL this and portal that. And they said they think they've got the answer, and they have just a colored jersey, nothing on the front, nothing on the back. And the answer, they say, is sticky numbers and sticky letters. And they were putting them on the jerseys. And if you could figure out a way that they would really adhere and stay on, but if you needed to take them off, they'd put number 7 on the front if that was their new guy. And then they'd put the name on the back, and then they would just peel them off. Man, if you could figure that out, I think there would be an industry. I think
that could work, yeah.
Yeah. Did you say we have Brent?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. But yeah, the key would be you got to make sure it stays on, but it has to come off if needed.
Certainly. Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty fun. A little funny poke at, I think we talked about that the other day, how, you go dump, $100-$150 on a jersey. Now.
It's crazy.
And it's one thing in the pros, but now college is the pros. So
yeah, I mean, it used to be the worst investment you could make would be a Jags jersey because they would definitely get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
Now it's definitely a college jersey because them dudes aren't even there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Another college football headline I thought was kind of funny. Didn't get into the article, but I think we know it. Cade Klubnik, the Clemson, and we'll welcome Brent Beaird. Brent, welcome. Let's talk some college ball here when you get settled. I thought it was interesting. A couple of headlines, and we'll get to some stuff that we want to kick around with you for sure. Cade Klubnik has a neat headline, and he's up for the Heisman. He's leading Clemson, and he had a really nice rebound year, and looks like he's destined for the NFL. Well, he says in this article, it says Cade Klubnik on his coach Dabo Swinney, Dabo's support. Klubnik says others said I sucked, and you remember 2 years ago. The Clemson world was saying, man, this guy is a bust. You remember that? They were going, why is this guy so terrible? And he said he appreciates Dabo sticking by him when everybody said he stuck. Uh-oh, Brent?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, oh. There you are. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, well, Clemson's done a lot of things.
Yeah.
Klubnik's grown into his own. They've got a new coordinator. And this may be the best Clemson team that we've seen in a while. I tell you what, Terry, I would, that old thing of do you take Clemson or the field?
Yeah.
I think right now you take Clemson, don't you?
You might in that ACC. You might. Can Miami fight with them a little bit? Can does SMU fight with them a little bit? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Brent, headline today just popped up. I just love it. College Football Playoff Selection Committee to use enhanced metrics to help them now. They just never can stop, right? They never can stop. They need, instead of the eyeball test, we need more metrics is what we need.
Well,
just watch the friggin' games.
Yes. And the other situation is when are they going to make some decisions?
Absolutely.
Now, I understand that they've got until December really to do something about it, but at the same time, Terry, look, doesn't common sense tell you shouldn't they have already made the decision on what they wanted to do and lived with that? And had that out of the way instead of having to deal with the entire season before you make a decision in December if they're ready to do it then. And then you've got this, and I know you've talked about it, you've got this ridiculous stuff about the Big Ten playing 24 to 2018 playoff type thing.
Yeah.
Now look, they've been careful with this and they've said, now this is not what we're going to do yet. We haven't decided. Man, oh man, Terry, I just don't get it. Do you? Look, right now, if you want to move, if you want to go to 16, get comfortable with that. And then if you want to really add something to this thing, you can do that later.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fair?
Oh, absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. And getting back to some of these committees and these decisions and this playoff and metrics, all this, the people on the committee, the people that make up the committee, they're athletic directors, they're presidents, right? They're people in college athletics.
Yes.
But they'll go weeks without meeting again. They'll say, "Okay, we've tabled this, and we're meeting again in 4 weeks." What's more important? I don't understand. Just keep doing it. If you're all in the world of college athletics, particularly football, there's nothing more important in college athletics than football. And I can tell you that even in the trickle down effect, it affects. Youngstown State in the trip because they get to play Penn State. Why do they take these weeks off? There's nothing more important than these college football decisions. Stick together and get it done. What's more important?
Well, at this point, nothing, frankly.
No.
But I mean, they keep stretching it out. They keep wanting to get another piece of information here and a piece of information there, to where at some point you just got to go ahead and look. We need to make a decision, guys, because we're going to be all over the place during the season, and then their deadline is like again in December.
Yeah.
So, but the reality for people is you like to postpone stuff as well as you can, as long as you can. But man, after a while, you really just can't postpone this any longer.
And I'll tell you another selfish point I'm going to make. If they don't find out something soon and we start playing football games, do you know how many million times different broadcasts are going to bring that topic up? I don't want to hear it 800 times. At some point in the second quarter of Tennessee versus Auburn, the playoff committee, I don't want to hear that 700 times. And we're going to if they don't get it out of the way.
Well, that's a good point. And where we'll really hear it is in the fourth quarter when they've gone through all their manageable topics.
Yep.
And then at that point, they really don't know what to do.
No doubt about it. Brent, I have a saying I've used in sports for a long time, mainly in sports, but in life as well. Sometime I think we're all better served if before we do something or say something, we say, what is to be gained?
Mm-hmm.
Before I say it or do it. And I've used that phrase a long time. I'm not always good at doing it, implementing it. I got to ask Auburn football.
Yeah.
Coming out and announcing that they are going to recognize 7 more. They have 2 recognized national titles. They're going to recognize 7 more, and some of these date well before modern college football. We're talking 1903 and 1907.
Yeah.
Auburn, what is to be gained other than getting ridiculed unmercifully like you are? Brent, is there any positive reason to come out and do this if you're Auburn?
Well, I think what's going on here is they are creating, and Auburn's really good at this, that they are creating some good tidings, some good, just some juju for the program. And they're bringing Cam back, and they're going to retire his jersey. I realize he was one of the greatest quarterbacks has ever been for them. And in the league, he was only in the league 1 year. But they're bringing him back. And why would Terry, tell me, please, why would you do this in this time? Why would you bring him back during the Georgia game?
I have no idea. I saw that. There's a good chance half your stadium's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's this. We're going to conjure things up out of thin air in order to get some good juju going for the team.
I'm not so sure how much good juju this is. I think people are laughing. I think people are laughing at this like they laughed at UCF claiming the 2017 title. Let me give you a little background here. So here we go. Auburn University has officially claimed 7 additional national championships in football, bringing their total to 9 titles recognized by the program. On August 19th, 2025, yesterday, Auburn's athletic director, John Cohen, announced that the university would recognize 7 previously unacknowledged national championships. This decision aligns Auburn's claims with the NCAA standard and practices of peer institutions, whatever the hell that means. The newly recognized titles are from the following years: 1910, 1913, 1914. Right. That's before modern college football was even recognized. They played. Put it this way: the AP poll was born in 1936.
Yes.
So they're claiming. And they already have 2 recognized by everybody, 57 and 10. But then they claim 1958, 1983 when they I guess eked by Michigan, 1993 and 2004. I just think you're asking to get ridiculed, and I don't think there's a lot of positive there.
Well, I mean, the if you're going to pick a year, the 2004 team. I can get that. And that's when Southern Cal won, if I'm not mistaken with that too. But Terry, now think about this a minute. If they played Baylor. And they saw it with Baylor. Yeah. And that's going to be a really difficult game for them.
I agree.
Frankly. And then they get into Oklahoma and A&M. Both those games are on the road.
Okay.
So they could – it's conceivable that they're doing it for the Georgia game. It is conceivable they could be 2 and 3 at that point, and down at halftime by 2 touchdowns to Georgia.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be a celebratory day.
Yes.
Real quick, and we'll move off Auburn, though. If precedent is anything, does every program start going back to 1900?
Yeah.
And start counting championships? And
well, and see, and I think most people know this, before what, Terry, 1960 or 1970.
I know where you're going, yeah.
There really wasn't anything tremendously organized in college football.
No.
And listen, you had teams that were proclaimed national champions. I'm being facetious here, but I'm really not. Who were 5-4-1 or something like that.
Well, I can tell you that. I can tell you this for sure. It's up through 1960. I think it's 1960. And keep in mind, the pole national championship wasn't official. It was the closest thing we had, and it was pretty much the right team most years. But many teams prior to 1960, the announcement of who won the national title and the final vote was before the bowl games. You had many. The AP and the UPI have recognized Kansas as the 1956 national champion. Right. They lost their bowl game. Many of those teams lost their friggin' bowl game, but they were already awarded the national title.
Well, and I'll give you another, for instance, in 1973, in that classic Alabama-Notre Dame 24-23, that
I remember
was
in
New Orleans, Alabama won the UPI national championship before that game.
Yeah.
So what they did is for UPI, they gave it to them. And now your point's a good one. They obviously didn't have anything near a playoff back then, and they would come up with maybe a kind of a quasi-national championship game. But that's a solid point, but frankly, is but you just had bowl games in. People loved them.
Yeah.
Now we don't have that anymore. Without getting into revisionist history here, the system is good. It's the best we've ever had right now.
Agreed.
And I look for it to be better. Now, I don't think, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I don't think we need 24 to 28 teams deciding the national championship. Do you?
Nor do I. Nor do I. Brent, moving on. Got Brent Beaird talking some college football several days from the opening. But it's a bittersweet Saturday opening. We touched on this hour number one. Brent, I wanted to bring, and we've moaned about this, but I'm bringing it up again, and I'm using a new word this time. Unopposed. College football has really fumbled by not taking advantage. You understand, this Saturday, and I know there are fake NFL games, but this Saturday, college football has the weekend, a football weekend, a real football weekend.
Yes.
They've got the weekend unopposed to themselves, and then wrap around to the following Thursday.
Yes.
They have that Thursday unopposed, and then obviously that Friday, Saturday, you get multiple games. College football has dropped the ball by not taking advantage and moving a few games to this. They need one or two more good ones this Saturday, and that Thursday you've got Boise State at USF and Nebraska and Cincinnati. Yeah. You've got to put one or two there. You don't get many options where the NFL nowadays is letting you go unopposed, and college football has fumbled on those two dates.
Bad. They have. I agree with that. Now, what's going to eventually happen is that the week 0 is going to be week 1.
Right.
That's what they're looking at, and by having games, then they will start the season. Now that will be the earliest the season obviously has ever. Well, I was going to say that you've got a handful of games, but the thing I mean is that will be the earliest start for basically everybody playing. Does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. But boy, the total college football world has really fumbled.
Yes.
They're going to let that Saturday and that Thursday. Take those two Friday games. Put one on that Saturday and one on that Thursday. Yeah. That gives you a couple games to watch.
Well, look, and I agree with that totally. My thing with this is quit worrying about the NFL.
I'm with you.
And even the second week of the season, they let everything go. We're not going to have a game. The NFL will do its thing. I think it's the Patriots and somebody on the Thursday after the college football starts. But at some point, you got to do your own thing because, Terry, let's be honest, NFL is not worried about college, is it?
No, and boy, I think you nailed that. College football really needs to do, and that's no disrespect to the NFL, but I think what you're saying, if I can put words in your mouth, no matter what college does, so why not make every decision based on best for college? Because no matter what college football does, the big bad 800 billion pound gorilla NFL, it's not going anywhere. No. You're not going to chip away at it. You're not going to hurt it. You're not trying to hurt it. You don't even want to run. So make your own decisions about your own family, right? Yes. The NFL monster is never going away, and it is what it is.
No, and see, the other end of that is, Terry, frankly, we do much better when we've got a choice of NFL or college games on Thursday night anyway. And what college football is going to really be careful about, that Thursday night display was their crown jewel.
It really was.
In a lot of ways.
College football invented that.
They did. They really did. And they made a lot out of it, and they did a good job with it.
It was fabulous for 10 years.
Terry, I would argue now there are better games on Friday night than they are on Thursday night.
I would agree. I would totally agree. People that don't know college football, as you and I do, go back as far as we do. Literally, college football started playing on Thursday.
Yeah.
Well before they probably had 10-year run, and then the NFL went, whoa. The NFL followed college football on that, and that damn Thursday night game became big in that first 10 years. It
really was.
They matched up good games, good teams, and it was must-watch TV.
Oh, I remember one of the greatest games what we ever saw was Virginia upsetting FSU.
Virginia,
you remember that?
Virginia, FSU? Yeah.
I'll forget some of the particulars, but Terry, FSU basically, their running back was running into the end zone, and he was stopped in the clock.
Yeah, it was Warwick Dunn, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I think it was.
Warwick Dunn was tackled 1 inch from the goal line. FSU played, and they also lost. It was a rainy, good, crazy game against Louisville one night. But man, Florida got smoked by Mississippi State one night with Coach Spurrier in Starkville. But there were a bunch of good games. And that was that was rush home and get in front of the TV. Get in front of the TV at 7 for a 7:30 kickoff.
Terry, wouldn't Ron Zook's career basically ended on a Thursday night game? Do you remember that?
I think it's a little backward. Florida got roughed up by Mississippi State on a Thursday night game. Coach Spurrier in '92. Zook lost on a day game in Starkville to Mississippi State. And what really killed him, the week before, Mississippi State got beat by Maine. Maine went into Starkville and beat Mississippi State, and Zucker took the Gators in and couldn't beat Mississippi. And he got fired. He got fired on the plane going back home, I think.
He did. But you can make the argument, and I struggle with some of this because of high school ball being on Friday night. But you can make the argument that there are by far better games now on Friday than they are on Thursday.
I'm with you. But boy, does college football. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball this next 10 days or whatever. This next 10 days. They are unopposed. And frankly, you may even get a couple NFL fans that, NFL fans would watch a couple of compelling games the next 10 days. They're jonesing for football.
Sure they are.
But if you're college football, do you want Joe NFL fans saying, you know what, I'm going to sit down and watch college football. This is North Texas versus Southern, and I don't really want Joe, NFL fan, watching that as their barometer to college football.
I agree. Now, when those games get interesting, or when they go to Tuesday and Wednesday night games in October, they'll now look. These aren't the cream of the crop games. That they're Bowling Green, and every now and then you'll get a Southern Miss or someone like that. But still, it's football. And look, you cannot convince me, Terry, that the NFL one day will end up doing something similar and having games almost every day of the week if they can.
Well, they're getting close.
They are.
They're getting close now, especially when Christmas falls on this day and that day. They're what they do? They crossed another milestone a year or so ago. They had, in case you may help us remember this, NFL had like their first ever Wednesday game, or Tuesday or Wednesday game. And it was the way the calendar fell, or they're getting close. But no, the NFL played on Sunday, Monday until that Saturday freed up in December, right? And they never played Thursday. They piggybacked college.
They did.
And that level of team, Virginia, which is not a power in football, but they flare up. Louisville, that level of team, Mississippi State, they lobbied for that Thursday game. That gave them their Monday night. Every college fan watched it.
Well, and look, if you've got a 50-50 team, meaning some people watch you, some people won't, depend on who you're playing. Terry, doing and the ACC is been known for this. Look, if you're the ACC, man, that's one of the best things you could do is play on Thursday night.
I agree. I know that you and I, because we've done this so long, I guarantee you and I have talked to each other and mentioned this 10 times in our friendship. You and I, about that Thursday night game, time slot, you and I said, man, Brent, if they asked you and me to take our Lindy's or whatever, open it up, look at all 136 teams, you and I could pick out, if they want to do 10 weeks of Thursday, whatever, 10 weeks, and I don't mean Texas, Ohio State, anybody could do that.
Yeah, right.
You and I could go through and pick out, now the games on the field may not turn out great, but we could pick out 10 easy, compelling games of that Power 4, middle, Mississippi State thinks they're going to be good this year. And, man, did you see they're playing NC State? Well, that's a decent game. You and I could pick out 10 very compelling games to put on that. That was the college football Monday night platform, basically, on Thursday.
Now let me ask you this. The SEC used to have minimum of 2, maybe Thursday. Now I know we've got Georgia Tech on Friday night. But that's in November. But what I'm talking about is there used to be a pretty consistent nothing else, Kentucky and Vandy or something like that on Thursday night.
Perfect Thursday night game.
It really is. And look, if you're one of those teams in the SEC, why wouldn't you want to play on Thursday night? I know Greg Sankey and the commissioner and some other people gripe about it somewhat, but my Stars, Terry, absolutely. If you're Vandy, Kentucky, Mississippi State, pick the bottom 4. I'd play as many of those as I could.
I totally agree. A couple of other things that the people that run college football have been so busy with all their meetings. This came out today. They will now say, after replays, they will now hold their hand up, turn their mic on, and say confirmed or stands, as opposed to upheld and overturned. So they had a meeting about which words to use. You got to use a special words for college football. Got to have a meeting about that.
Some of the, we, meaning college football people, are really good at the minutia.
I agree.
But we struggle. We really struggle with making major decisions, don't we?
I agree. Brent, we've talked about this several months ago. Another piece of news I think people need to be aware of going into the college football season. We talked about it when it was on the table. It got enacted. It'll be enacted in this season. And I'm a little bit worried about this one from a legitimate standpoint. Every year there's several little changes, different rule changes. The main one that will face college football this year is they're really, it's admirable. I don't know if you've got a great answer. They're trying to really limit the fake injuries. Okay.
Yes.
So this year the rule is, and I'm seriously concerned a little bit about this. In a game, it doesn't matter who's got the ball, offense, defense, this team, that team.
Mm-hmm.
Game starts when the ball is spotted. After the ball is spotted for play, the play ended, pass, incomplete, complete, run, whatever. After the ball is spotted, they pitch it to the middle guy. He puts it down on the hash mark or right in the middle. After the ball is spotted, if a player goes down, that team is charged a timeout. If they don't have a timeout, they're charged a 5-yard penalty. I get it, but I remember bringing this up when it was on the docket 6 months ago. The scary thing is you're going to end up throwing the baby out with the bathwater because sometimes a guy literally has to go down.
He does.
Maybe he catches that cramp, or maybe he's woozy, and I think you're going to have some throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And I get what they're trying to do, but I worry about that. I worry about, and then I worry about the guy that I think I got a pretty bad sprained ankle. Well, man, if I go down right now, we're going to lose a timeout. Let me stay in here one more play.
Yeah, right.
Well, I worry about this a little bit, just the way it can be enacted, and it can hurt a legitimate injury.
Well, the other situation that you're talking about would be if you get penalized and you go from 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6.
Absolutely.
Big difference. That makes a major difference, does it not?
Big difference. But that worries me. I'm going to track that a little bit. Now, I just worry a legitimate guy that needs to go down after the ball's spotted. I mean, that could get a little dicey. Brent, this just hit me. We've got 3 minutes left, so we can have a little fun here. I don't know why this just hit me, and I heard nobody last week talk about it. But when Cam Little here with the Jaguars, when he kicked the 70-yarder, Casey will not believe what I'm about to say. You will remember it because you've lived it, Brent. You remember back in the 70s, and for some reason, the Southwest, I guess it might have been the Southwest Conference that had the rule, and it was in for a while, and they had a couple of really long-footed kickers.
One was from Texas.
Yeah, Erslaben was one of them. Yes. Steve Little was one of them. Yeah. And these guys were kicking. One of them was barefoot, and he would kick. Yeah. He kicked 60, 61, 62. But where I'm going, and you'll remember this, Casey, this will blow you away if you don't know this. They could fill the ball up. They could use their own kicking ball.
Yeah.
Not one of the balls in play. You could use your roughed up, who knows how much poundage is in it, how much trampoline effect, and they had such good kickers. The rumor going around in the Southwest Conference, you could bring your own football into play for that one play every time. They swore people were pumping helium into the balls. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what do you got? Because it was legal, 4th and 6, you're going to try a field goal. Well, the field goal team kicker could bring his own ball in.
Yeah.
You can't check it and poundage in there. How far could Cam Little kick one if it's kind of soft with the trampoline effect?
Good night, and especially if the wind was blowing. Do you remember? I know you do. Casey won't. He's too young. But you remember Tom Dempsey's 64-yarder?
Absolutely.
When he was with the Saints, right?
When he made it.
Yeah.
Club foot.
And had the club foot, which means that he had basically half a foot.
He was born with half a foot. He had a special flat shoe, and Spurrier kicked his famous field goal against Auburn with the flat toe kicking shoe was in back then.
Yeah, it was.
And the flat toe kicking shoe and the straight on kick.
Oh yeah.
The soccer style popped up in the 70s.
But I mean, Terry, realistically, and I know we're running out of time. I mean, 5 to 10 to 15 years ago, in the future, 5 to 10 to 15 years in the future, how far is a guy going to kick it then?
I don't know. It is. I will say this. I bet if you did a study, got 30 seconds, if you did a study on all positions and which ones have improved their position play the last 20 years, NFL kickers, if you made a 52-yarder not that long ago, that was a long kick. You're expected to make a 52-yarder now. In decent weather, the kickers have really backed it out, man. They really have. Brent, good stuff. Got to get out of here. Quick time, a lot of topics. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we did. We'll do it again on Friday with that guy, but we'll be back at 4 o'clock tomorrow for the next edition of the Young and Norvelle Show, coming to you from the patio at Sliders in Neptune Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports.